Hmm. Hi. I've been completely incapacitated the past couple of days. I mean, I had this wicked bad throat infection. I don't know what the hell was going on, and that's why my apartment looks the way it does, because I haven't been here. I was at my parents' house, actually. I mean, I was almost in the emergency room, folks. This was a really bad one. I went to the doctor just in time, apparently. He, takes a little, the little flashlight, looks down my throat and goes, "Oh my God!" That's not what you want your doctor to tell you. And now I'm finally able to talk again, which is always good. Feeling a little better. Taking some antibiotics. Tonight I went to go see Harry Potter by myself. It was a last minute decision. The theater is 2-minute walk that way. I can't go out to drink because I'm on antibiotics, and fuck you. I don't care if you think that's pathetic. I enjoyed myself, so A lot of you folks have been asking me to do let's do a little mini rant, I guess, on perverts. There's a distinct difference between a pervert and your average gentleman. Not even gentleman, like your average dude, bro, I guess. Let me break out my notes here. By the way, during the movie previews, there was a preview for Summer's Eve, lady spray and shit. Oh, and their fucking slogan is Hail to the V. Gross! So the way you tell a pervert from a regular guy, it's if he stares for more than a millisecond. I mean, this isn't even just focused on ladies. I'm trying to help guys, so you don't creep us ladies out. Let's give an example. So I'm in New York, and I'm getting out of my car to park in the garage, and the guy is helping me with the door because he's a nice guy, so he opens the door for me. I get out. I lean forward to get out of my car, and I'm wearing a sort of revealing top, and I see his eyes dart down for a hot sec. That's not perverted. That's just a regular dude being a regular dude. Not 4 seconds later, I start walking down the street, and I see a guy walk by me and go like this. Ladies and gentlemen, pervert. People can argue and say, oh, well, it's in a man's blood to look. Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree with that. It's in a man's blood to take a look. Not take a stare. Not take a mouth gaping open, drool hanging out, stare. Come on. As much as I like to say I kind of understand what goes on in a guy's mind, to be like, oh yeah, I get it, I understand, I really don't. I have absolutely no idea what goes on in some guys' minds. It just is crazy to me. I'm a lady. I don't have sex on the brain 24/7, but guys do. Guys do! Even if they don't admit it, they do. That's so weird. There are guys that can control it, and then there's guys that just absolutely cannot. I know this is the worst example to say I was at a bar, because you get a lot of perverts and creepos in there, but I was at a bar and I was idling by the lemon and lime wedges, counting the maraschino cherries. And I was just sitting there, zoning out, staring at the liquor bottles, tying a cherry stem in a knot in my mouth. Not for anybody, just doing it. Just doing it. I'm, examining it. Alright, I did a good job. And some guy next to me goes, oh, you did that? I was like, yeah, I totally did. He was like, oh, I wonder what else that tongue could do. Pervert! Just don't do that. Unless you want to be known as the creeper. The creeper at the end of the bar. It's always guys, it seems, It's like with To Catch a Predator. It was always the guys that were doing it. They never catch women doing it, because women don't do the anonymous sex thing with younger boys, I certainly do not want, a 14-year-old boy. Come on. You want, a man that knows what he's doing, older. Not a 14-year-old boy, especially not an anonymous one. Women just don't do that. Women just do not operate that way. That's why it's always men on that show, because they're like, oh, it's a girl in general. Hey, she wants to have sex with me. Oh, yes! Because here's the thing, it is so much easier for a girl to have sex than it is for a guy. Like, that's just the plain truth of it. It just is. Here's the example. A girl goes up to an attractive male at the bar and says, I would like to have sex with you tonight. And the guy's gonna go, okay, if he's single. Sometimes if he's not single. But if a guy goes up to an attractive girl at a bar and says, I'd like to have sex with you tonight, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, one of three things. Fuck off. Slap. And then the very rare, okay. Because some girls just do that. Bottom line, there's a lot of perverts in this world. You just gotta pick them out. You just gotta know how to find them so you can avoid them. And sometimes you can't avoid them. Sometimes you have to deal with them. But I think you kind of get this little license to be kind of a dick back to them, you know. Because they creeped you out so much, you just want a little extra right back at them. It's like that guy that told me, like, oh, I could probably do something awesome with my tongue. I was like, yeah, like, you'll ever know. Psh. Jog on. And fellas, if I can give you a piece of advice, you have a window to, like, creepily look at girls' boobs. It's like ages 13 to 17. That's your window. If you're caught looking at a girl's boobs, you can be like, okay, what, he's young. God. Lord knows I had to deal with it when I was coaching teenagers. My God. But then when you reach 18, you gotta learn the subtleties. You gotta be subtle about it. I should probably write a pamphlet on it and hand it out. I don't see why not. And with pamphlet about subtlety of breast peaking, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, bitches.